Hey, what's going on? It's Kyle Johnson from escapingthenorm.com, and in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to set up an autoresponder that's hooked to your email list so that when someone signs up to one of your forums where you're given like a free giveaway, in this case, I'm going to be showing you how to do a free ebook. It's going to send the visitor that signed up an email as soon as they sign up to their email, and it's going to have a download link to the free PDF or, whatever it is that you're giving away for free, as well as, you can write out the email however you like. But don't worry if you're not techie or if you're not a geek, because this is a very, very simple thing that anyone can do. I'm going to be using Getresponse as the email automation software in this tutorial, and I believe it is the best email automation software. They're very, very lenient. If you don't already have Getresponse and you want to get them and you want to test drive it for free for 30 days, go ahead and click the link down below in the description, and that'll take you straight to the page where you can sign up for that 30-day free trial. But with that being said, let's go ahead and build this autoresponder. Okay, so I'm in my Getresponse account and I'm on the home page, so I'm going to click list, and this is going to be the list right here, list 1. We're going to send the contacts to this list, and I'm going to be using a pop-up form. I've already configured this to send to this list. As you can see, list 1, it's going to send the name and the email to, and the day of cycle is going to be 0. So we'll configure those settings in the autoresponder as well, and basically that's going to send this autoresponder email as soon as they sign up. And then after we're done, I'm going to go ahead and test all this and actually fill it out and make sure that the email sends and that I get the PDF. And by the way, I recently recorded 2 different videos where I show you in detail, step by step, how to integrate Getresponse with the Elementor form builder. If you want to see those videos, click the links in the description. I'll put them down there so you can go and watch those if you need to. But anyways, to make a new autoresponder, all you do is you come up here to the menu, click it, and then go down to autoresponders and click on that. And right here, it lists out all the autoresponders that you have. And then over here, you can select this. If you have a bunch of different lists and a bunch of different autoresponders, you can filter those with these checkboxes. But I'm going to just go ahead and click create autoresponder. And you want to give this autoresponder a title. So I'm going to just put test 1 autoresponder for this one. And then this is really important, the linked list. This is the list that the autoresponder is going to react to. So basically right now, list 1 is the linked list. If you click on this, it's going to show all your email list. So basically whatever list you're sending the name and email from your form to, this is the list you want to select. And basically this just connects the autoresponder to that list. So list 1 is selected. And then autoresponder settings. So when do you want this message to go out? Day 0 would be as soon as they sign up. So day 0 with autoresponders is the very first day. And as you can see, there's an option over here, same time as sign up time. You can also add like a delay or exactly at a particular time, but I'm gonna just leave it as default, same time as sign up time. That's the best one to choose. And then allow the message to be sent on. Just leave all those checked for simplicity. You want it to be able to be sent every day. And then from email, make sure that you select the email that you want this to send from. If you have multiple emails, I'm going to select this email, and then make sure you set the reply to as the same email. Okay, and next is the subject line. This is the subject line of the email, and you can type it out right here. I'm going to just type test 1 ebook delivery or something like that. Obviously you'd want to put something else, but for testing purpose I'll just put that. You can also add emojis in here by clicking this little smiley face and selecting an emoji. I'm gonna just leave that out there, but if you want to do that, you can. And then this thing right here, this little icon right here, you can add, like if you wanted to say, hey James, here's your ebook. Like if you wanted to use the name of the user like in the subject line, you can search for it right here. As you can see, there's first name, last name, name, like you put that in there. But basically that would show that particular person's name in the subject line. But I'm gonna just leave that out. Now design and content, this is where you're actually gonna build the email. So before we actually build the email, I need to upload the PDF that I'm going to be giving away for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open up a new tab, and I'm going to go back to Getresponse, and then I'm going to hit login. It'll automatically log me in. And so now I'm going to upload the PDF so that we'll have a link we can put in this email, because we can't add the PDF directly. So I'm going to click menu and then I'm going to go down to Files and Images, and as you can see there's nothing here, so I'm going to click Add Files, and then select Files from Computer, and then I'm going to find the PDF, there it is, click on it, hit Open, and then click Add. Okay, now the PDF has been added, so what I'm going to do is hover over this little menu, and then I'm going to click Copy URL, and then I'm going to go to a new tab, and I'm going to paste it in, and I'm going to just make sure that it actually works, and as you can see, it works just fine, so I'll just close out of that, and then I'll come back to my email, and I've got the link that I need, and so I'll come down to Design and Content, and then I'll click Design Message. Now there's a bunch of email templates that you can choose from right here. I don't recommend this if you're doing like email marketing, you know, with like affiliate marketing or anything like that. The best emails, the highest deliverable messages are simple messages. They don't have like all this fancy stuff because that kind of looks like corporate. But, you know, I've always done like plain emails. If you really want to do one of these, you can. But I'm going to just click Blank Templates. But anyways, whatever one you choose, whether the HTML one or the blank ones, you just, whichever one you want to use, you just hover over it and then click Use Template. I'm going to just do the one column because, you know, it's just like a really simple email. So I'm going to select Use Template, and this is going to build the template. So now we're in the editor, and what I want to do is I'm going to just literally have text in here, so I'm going to click and drag text over into this box. It'll highlight like that, and now I have a text block that I can edit. So I'm going to say hi, and I'm going to click this little icon with the pencil, and then I'm going to put name. So it'll say hi, and then whatever the user's name is, and then I'm going to put a comma, and then I'll just write the rest of the email. Okay, so now the email's written, so we want to add the link now. Now remember that we already copied the link, so it's in our clipboard, and so what you want to do is highlight whatever text you want to, you know, link, and then come up here to this little link icon right here. It'll say Insert Link. Just click on that, and then this is just the text that you type, so just leave that alone. But it just confirms what text you're actually linking. And then what link type, just leave it as web address if you're doing a web address. And then the URL, paste that URL in there, and then click Insert. And then if you off click from that, you'll see that now it's highlighted blue, it's a link. So now our email is done, so we can click Next, and then we can scroll back down, and now we're to the section Tracking. I always recommend having tracking turned on. I mean, why not? You get to see how many, you know, opens you got, how many clicks you got, who actually opened and clicked it. So very, very important data, so make sure that's on. I'm not going to turn e-commerce tracking. I don't have that stuff on my website right now. And then track link clicks with Google Analytics, just leave that on, and then click Save and Publish. Okay, now it's been created, but it's not shown up here. This is my other autoresponder. So what we want to do is come to this little option right here, this filter option, and I'm going to uncheck these, and then I'm going to check list 1 because that's the list that we made the autoresponder for, and then I'm going to click apply. And as you can see, our test 1 autoresponder showed up. So that's literally all you have to do to create an autoresponder to send an email when someone signs up for your email list with a download link to a PDF. And I'll show you a few other things. So you can go to statistics right here in this little menu, and basically this is going to show you all of the analytics and open rates, etc. So if you go to opens and clicks, this is the most important analytic data for these. It'll show you the open rate, click rate, etc., and it has a bunch of charts. So let's go ahead and test this and make sure that it actually works. So I'm going to just open up an incognito window, and I'm going to go to my home page, and basically a pop-up is going to pop up after a few seconds, and this is the pop-up, and this is the form in this pop-up that I hooked up to that test list. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. Okay, now we're going to click Give It To Me, and it's going to fill that out, and it's going to insert that into my email list. So I'm going to come back over here, I'm going to go to list, and I'm going to just confirm. I'm going to click on list 1, and I'm going to just make sure that email showed up in there. It showed up in there, cool. And then I'm going to come back over here to autoresponders, and I'm going to make sure that the autoresponder sent the email. So as you can see, this is the autoresponder test 1 autoresponder, and the status, you can turn these autoresponders on or off, and by default when you create it, it'll be on, but if you wanted to turn it off for some reason, you can just by hitting that toggle. And as you can see, it said delivered 1. Now open rate, click rate is 0. We're going to come back to this after we open it and click it to make sure the analytics are working correctly. So I'm going to come over here to my email, and I'm going to refresh it, and I'm going to see if I got the email. And as you can see, it showed up, and it showed up in the main inbox in a Gmail, so we're good there. So I'm going to click on this, and now we should have an open rate in the statistics. And as you can see, this is the email I wrote, and it says click here to download. So I'm going to click that. It's going to open up a link in a new tab, and there is my PDF. So if anyone signs up to my pop-up form on my home page, they will get this PDF instantly to their email. Now if we come back over here to autoresponders, I'll just hit refresh, and you'll see that the analytics will update. And as you can see, delivered 1, open rate is 100, and click rate is 100. And then like I said, you can come over to statistics, and this will show you a more detailed view of this. And as you can see, it's working very, very well. So as you can see, it's really easy, and it doesn't take long at all to set up an autoresponder. Anyone could do this. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot, and I do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this in the future where I walk you through step by step, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications so that you'll get notified when I come out with more videos like this in the future. If you have any suggestions, make sure you leave those down below in the comments, or any questions. I love to hear from you, and I always try to respond to each and every one. But with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.